In 1983, when Gary McKinnon was just 17 years old, he went to his local cinema in North London to see a new movie called WarGames. In the movie, a computer genius hacks into a Pentagon network. The movie had a big impression on Gary, and it got him thinking, maybe he could be a hacker too. Coupled with his interest in science fiction and mysterious flying aircrafts, his passion for hacking was only ever going to lead him in one direction. Between February 2001 and March 2002, Gary McKinnon was able to hack into US computer networks, where he allegedly uncovered a whole host of information that would land him in deep water, facing possible extradition to the United States. McKinnon claimed he'd managed to gain access to NASA websites, and in an interview with Rich Planet TV, claimed to have found information relating to advanced flying aircrafts. He claimed to have seen an Excel sheet which had the ranks and names of unknown people, as well as another sheet which had tabs for material transfers between ships. He tried to do some research on the names of the ships, around 8 to 10 in total, but was unable to find any more information relating to any of them. At the end of February 2022, he went on Reddit and did an Ask Me Anything. This is where members of Reddit can reach out and ask questions. He said the following: "Hi, I'm Gary McKinnon. I'll make this brief, but there are some things I feel it's important to point out, so you know where I'm coming from. Apologies for not doing a live video response. I have a couple of commercial projects on the go that prohibit me from doing audio-video in relation to my story, and thanks to Reddit for inviting me to do this AMA. I was arrested in March 2002 for hacking into various government and military networks in America, looking for evidence of mysterious flying aircrafts and free energy. It wasn't a clever hack, no fragmented packets to bypass firewalls of any kind or the glossy stuff. I had a specific intention, and like any good system administrator, which I was at the time, I wanted a simple process that would catch basic weaknesses, sometimes network-wide, with a simple script and a little creativity. It was cracking more than hacking. Like any sysadmin knows, the laziest solution is often the best. In my effort to find solid proof that the government and military knew about these crafts, I followed information found in a book by the Disclosure Project run by Stephen Greer. In the book, Donna Hare, who was a NASA-launched photographic specialist, said that in Building 8 of Johnson Space Center there was a lab set aside for airbrushing out mysterious flying aircrafts, and this was from high-resolution satellite imagery. The tool I wrote scanned for local administrator accounts on Windows PCs. It was written in Perl, and scanned a Class B in 8 minutes. The low latency due to me running the scan on an already compromised machine on the same or another government military network. I found Building 8 by reading the comments section of the PC via the command console. These fields are used for auditing, and luckily NASA filled them all in, so I knew which PCs were in Building 8. There weren't many machines in Building 8, but one of the first I looked at had folders called Raw and Processed, or Raw and Cleaned or Filtered. The images averaged around 250 megabytes, and would have taken a long time at 5 minutes per megabyte on a 56K modem, so having remote control of the PC via a program called Remotely Anywhere, I decided to view it live on the desktop, which was risky since they work odd hours at NASA. The image was coming down very slowly via the Java-based Remotely Anywhere program, so I cut the color to 4-bit, 16 colors and shades, and the lowest resolution, which was 640 by 480 I think. It may have even been 320 by 240. The image slowly filled the screen and all I could see was blackness, superimposed upon which was a blue-white planet, and superimposed on that was a tubular form that was metallic white, and had domes around its central circumference, and at its ends. This thing had no rivets or seams and looked futuristic, though of course with the low resolution and number of shades in the image, detail was lacking. This was my eureka moment. Donna Hare's lab was still in existence. I was waiting for this image to come down, and was planning on the fastest way to get all of the other images to me. And right when I was making my plans, I saw the mouse cursor move to the bottom right of the screen. Right-click the network icon and choose Disconnect. I'd been caught in Disconnected, missing my chance to grab even a single image. I never did any intentional damage or accidental. As far as I know, I'm not a vandal. But I did leave stupid messages about disrupting their sense of security. My family and I then fought my possible extradition to America for 10 years, finally winning the case in 2012. I know this is an old story, and not too widely publicised in America at the time, so I apologise that there's nothing new, though hopefully interesting questions will result in interesting answers. Let me tell you what happened to me in 2006, the only odd Men in Black possibly kind of thing that happened to me, apart from being followed by the same van for 2 hours one time across England. I lived in a bedsit at the time, being unemployed due to my ongoing case, which is 1 room in a shared house. I was on the first floor, 1 story up if you're American. My lady and I had gone to my bed on my fold-out sofa. I think we fell asleep around midnight. I woke up out of a really deep sleep, so I'm thinking it must have been around 2 or 3 AM. I was woken up by a really sharp pain in my left heel, so sharp that I jolted awake and reached down to my foot to see what it was, whereupon I was forced to sleep again. It was like going under general anaesthetic, uncomfortable and unwilling, so I went from painful shock to instant sleep. In the morning, the first thing I thought was the pain in my heel. I looked at my foot and it turned out I'd gone to bed with my sock on, and there were 2 holes in the sock on my heel. I removed the sock and found 2 perfectly round holes in my heel, each around 5mm in diameter, and one with a perfectly circular flap of skin still hanging from it, like someone had done me with a miniature paper hole punch. I can't explain to this day and can only assume it's a chimp. I've had trifilmeters on it. I've had a super sensitive magnetometer that showed nothing, but 2 lumps did grow on the heel in the months following the event, and they have now moved around to the inside of the foot. So what do you guys make of Gary's story? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.